Hello there, it's Lisa, a hedonist veganist. I thought I'd share my almond milk making technique with you tonight. I've been soaking this cup of Marcona almonds overnight. They're softer, they're pretty soft. We want to soak them so they're a lot easier to break up in the Vitamix. So 1 cup of almonds that have been soaked. Then we have 5 medjool dates that I have also soaked and pitted so that they're nice and soft and they blend up really well. You can use Deglet Nord dates also. They are less expensive. You don't have to use the fancy ones. I had these on hand though, so that's what I'm using. Same with the Marcona almonds. I had that on hand too. I'm going to put just a little splash of Mexican vanilla in here because I love it. And I'm planning on using this almond milk for my chia pudding that I've been digging as an evening snack. Been getting a little carried away with ice cream lately. This is the cup that I soaked my nuts in. I'm putting 2 cups of filtered water into my Vitamix. And it was filtered with my pure, faucet filter. There we go. All right, now I'm going to blend this up, which you don't really want to be around for. Cheers. All right, okay, the noisy part is over. So I'm just going to take my nut milk bag, which is just a fine mesh bag. You can find them easily online. I think this one was around $5. Not too shabby. I have a couple different subscription boxes that I get. I get Grove, and I also get Mighty Fix. This was from one of those. I forget which one. All right, we have our almond blend, and we're gonna just pour that right into this nut milk bag. And in it goes. And this is to get the pulp away from the liquid. So I'm going to scrape the rest of that in here, and I'll show you. Now that all of that is inside of the nut milk bag, we're going to just lift it up and very carefully allow the liquids to drain away from the solid. And you're going to want to just give it a nice squeeze. And just continue on like this until all of the liquid is separated from the solid. It's going to take just a few minutes, so I'm going to do this because it's not terribly interesting. So I'll show you what happens next. All right, it's all been squoze out. I got about 2 cups of beautiful creamy almond milk. I'm just going to pour that right into my ball jar, I guess this one is. Oh yeah, that's so nice and silky. It's really, really good. It's really nice and rich. It's probably tastier than any store-bought that I've tried. I think the Marcona almonds are a little higher in fat content, so it makes for a bit richer of a product, which is really nice. Now here's the almond meal that's left over afterwards. And what I'll do here is take this and lay it out onto a sheet pan and dry it out and use it as almond meal. So maybe I'll just keep it like this, and I don't know, maybe I'll make some shortbread cookies out of this, or macaroons? What is the one with almonds? I forget. Anyway, I'm going to figure out something really great to do with this almond meal. But this is the almond milk. Now you can do this with any type of nut that you want. All you need to do is soak it until your nuts are doubled in size or soft to the touch. They're not going to be soft, but you want to be able to blend them up a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier for your machine to do the work if you have them pre-soaked. So, and that's it. I have 2 cups of delicious homemade almond milk. This is free of any preservatives or any chemicals that are apart from what the nuts were cooked in. Unfortunately, these were cooked in oil too, but sure is tasty. All right, well, I hope you enjoy this. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Comment. Talk to you soon. So as it turns out, there's a pretty simple recipe that I found just now online. This is my 1 cup of almond meal plus 1 cup of almond meal or almond flour that I had in the fridge. So my almond meal from my milk making is moist, and the almond meal from the fridge is dry, so I just mixed those up a little bit. Alright, so this calls for 2 cups of almond flour, and then it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then it calls for 1/3 cup of maple syrup, and it calls for 2 teaspoons. Tablespoons would be my way of doing it because I love the vanilla. But we'll do 2 teaspoons like the recipe says of the vanilla. Here we go. Coolness. So that's all mixed up. Now with my handy dandy scoop, I'm going to scoop this out onto a baking sheet. I have my oven set at 350 degrees, and this recipe says to bake these for 12 minutes. So I am feeling optimistic about these guys. I think they look really tasty, and hopefully they will be. I'm a little worried about them staying together, but it's just maple syrup, almond meal, and the baking soda, or baking powder rather, sorry, and I guess the vanilla, but I don't really know if that's gonna hold it. I think these are gonna be really light and flaky, so that's cool. Alright, I guess that's pretty good. I'm gonna squish them down just a little bit because I want them a little crispy. So hopefully I have enough room. Whoa. There we go. Continue to squish those out. Should be kind of good. I'm gonna go stick those in the... Well, here is the finished product. It looks pretty tasty. I decided to put some green glitter and some sugar on top of it. So let's see what it's like inside. Alright, it holds together pretty good. Soft on the inside. It's kind of a boring cookie, but and kind of dry too, actually, oddly enough. I don't know, I would probably doll it up with some kind of maybe dried fruit or something inside. It's okay. It's just okay, but it's a tasty treat. Something fun to do with your leftover almond meal. Alright, well, if you try it, try something more festive and more flavor. Alright, see you later.